Your Facebook?
Nope.
They not giving it back to you?
It won't last. Look.
That's because I already did my 10,000 steps today.
Told you so.
Screw you, Sam. I'm going home.
Today's segment is pretty much talking about pick a struggle.
You pick a struggle.
You have to pick a struggle.
That pick a struggle, bruh.
You need to pick the goddamn struggle.
You have more than 2 struggles. If you have 3, then that's it. It is over for you. You have to pick a struggle.
Hello, everybody. See if you can go live from the Facebook page.
How y'all doing this fine Sunday morning?
Evening.
I'm just trying to make sure I get this quiet ready to y'all because we don't want to walk out and be gone.
Right.
Because I ain't got the proper footwear on to be walking nowhere.
And they ain't got the proper funds to help you.
You hear me? You better be where it's at until it ain't there no more.
Right.
How y'all doing?
Right. We ain't seen y'all in a minute. Ooh, Jesus. We got so much to catch up on.
We really do.
So how you been? Because I ain't talked to you since yesterday. Well, yesterday was the other day. A day before yesterday.
We talked the other day. What's that shit? What we was talking about? Okay.
Yeah. But we ain't talking about nothing about what's been going on with us.
Right. Another the same old, my life ain't that exciting, same old thing.
That ain't what I heard.
There is nothing that you heard. See, I knew he was gonna try to take it there. That really was just nothing. We was just over there chilling. He talking about he had called me the other day or whatever, and I was at Shamar house, and he was like, "Oh, it's nasty." Well, nobody even being nasty. Mm-hmm. We really was trying to get through that movie.
What movie was y'all watching?
What is it called? The Harder They Fall. The new movie with Idris and Regina King, the Western.
Oh.
Yeah, we was actually trying to get through that movie. So that's how we was doing, child.
Was the movie good? Because I've been wanting to watch, but I don't know where to watch it at.
Netflix.
Please. I don't have Netflix.
I'll get Shamar login. Please. Whenever you get a chance, watch that movie. I'm gonna get the login.
Okay, because I'm off the next couple of days, so that gives me something to watch.
Yes, it is a great movie. The only thing I didn't like about it was just too clean.
Oh.
It's supposed to be a Western. When you see a Western, you're supposed to see some dirty walls and, like buckets of water that's spilling over everywhere.
Yeah.
You don't supposed to just be seeing like it looked like a hotel that they themed it in the Wild Wild West time, which it was still a good story though. I did like the movie itself, but it was just too clean.
Okay. Was that it? That's all y'all watched that night?
Yeah, we couldn't get through it because he kept falling asleep.
Ain't that something?
So I was trying to. That's why I said I was trying to get through the movie. Every time he wake up, he wanted we rewind that movie 5 times until I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to bed. I'll watch it when you go to sleep.
Right.
And I ended up falling asleep after that. But
why was he so damn sleepy? What does he do for a living?
He's a teacher. He worked for a nonprofit organization.
Oh, shit.
They go around to different schools and teach kids about risky behaviors.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why he was tired, to be honest with you. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I don't know how to go live.
Let me see.
But yeah. That's what we was doing. And
go to post and then go live.
Go where? Post. What they talking about? Oh, can I use it out? Oh, I guess because I ain't never did it before. I guess so. Yeah, here we go. It's showing your hands.
All my foolishness. Where's the stand I got you?
I never took it with me.
Oh, it was this. I broke it. I broke it.
How did you break it?
It was because it twists and then I end up breaking the twisting part.
Well, we gonna just have to
Let me
stand it
see. Yeah.
just stand it up.
But I wanted to see you too. I don't.
Oh,
Girl.
oh, my bag. My church lady bag. Excuse me, guys. Let me get my church lady bag. This is my Easter Sunday bag.
This your who?
Easter Sunday.
You. If you got a bunch of flavors.
I love my flowers and my butterflies.
Okay, there we go.
You ain't in here.
I'm for the scooch in.
Scooch on in here. All right, we taking it back to the old school, y'all.
Right.
You remember back in the day when we had our phones, we didn't have no real cameras. Just the phones.
Just the phone.
But anyway, I wonder if you can log in and do the.
I tried. Child. I
You tried
spent
everything.
many days and many nights
Yeah, we have technical difficulties with
with Facebook.
Facebook.
I'm thinking about just leaving it, which is why I had ended up creating our own website.
And y'all make sure y'all go check it out. We're gonna link it at the bottom of the video.
Right. Let me see. Have you seen it?
The website is beautiful, y'all. Y'all need to definitely go see it. Check out Dre's work. He's a what you call it? A master. What you call them? People who know how to do stuff real good.
I don't
a professional
know.
at that. Cause I don't, baby. He told me to put a website together. It's gonna be on a cardboard. What you call them? Poster board.
Yeah.
That's how I'm gonna do. Okay. I think we got a good. Hey y'all.
Okay.
Who we got on here with us today?
Hello. But yeah, here's our website. Make sure it's showing. You can there's our theme right there. And then it says we live we going back to Sundays. I'm so happy we going back to
Me
Sundays.
too. I miss Sundays.
And then you can scroll down and see what we're talking about, what we're going to talk about on the show. And then we got political news and hot topics. And then you can go to who we are or who are we. And then it talks about a little brief history of the show and how we started from a fishbowl. And then it got a little stuff about us.
A little
Little bio about us. And then what else can you do? And then you can submit your pick a struggle letters.
The website is really cool. It's cute, y'all. He did a really, really, really good job with it.
You can write us over here, put in your name, your email, the subject, and type in your pick a struggle letter. And on the more, go to I missed it, like in case you missed the live. You can click on these links and go to like our past episodes.
You think you're gonna be able to put in some of the old fishbowl stuff?
Yeah, everything. Well,
It's already in there?
it's all on our YouTube. So if you click on the YouTube link, it'll take you to all our
that's
videos.
right.
Yeah.
We did used to go live from YouTube.
Right. So you can click on it. Let's click on it and see. Oh, snap.
So if y'all want to see what he's doing, I mean, we appreciate y'all being with us here on Facebook, but we are live on YouTube as well right now. So
Right.
And on YouTube, you can actually see Dre's screen and see how he's navigating the website and stuff like that. So we need y'all come to visit the website.
Right. Subscribe to our damn YouTube channel.
Please, dang. I
Because
got
that's
to
where
push
we
a button. Ain't nobody asking for no
that's
money.
where we're gonna be at, and then there you can see all our shows, all our past shows that we did.
Mhm.
And then there's our live right there. Look at that. Let's click on to see what happens.
This is now.
Yeah, like red now.
Y'all know y'all want to see us. Y'all know y'all miss us.
Right. And
We miss y'all
then,
too.
but it's a whole bunch of stuff you can do on our website, and I'm so happy that we did it because I'm getting tired of social media.
Yeah. Social media is getting kind of boring. I ain't gonna lie. Social media is getting boring. It'd be the same thing. Well, my goofy self didn't even realize that Facebook and Facebook and Instagram were connected.
You didn't know that?
No, not until like the other day. I was like,
how'd you not know that?
I just didn't know. I just did not know. I did not know Instagram and Facebook were connected. I thought it was just two separate things. I didn't know. What's the point of having both of them? It's the same people on the same thing.
Yeah.
You only need one of them.
Right. And then what else? Oh, and then advertisement. If you have a product you're trying to sell or you just want a special shout out, you can email us. You can do it here. Just click on this button right here and it'll take you to our email where you can email us, be like, hey, can you shout us out? You know, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to sell plates.
Right.
I'm trying to sell soap.
Cookies.
Right.
Whatever it is you're trying to sell. Illegal products. I mean, legal products only.
Yeah.
No stuff that's going to get us unplanned because neither one of us is surviving.
No, shit. No.
Neither one of us.
Right. Oh my goodness.
Lord.
And then when you click on let's click on this one about Sherry hosting Wendy Williams show. When you click on it, there's an article that I wrote. You know, I write my opinion and all the other stuff. Mm-hmm. And then you can comment on it, you can like it and all the other stuff.
Yeah. So that's another way to stay interactive with us.
Right.
Because, you know, you put your comment on there and then Drake can go on there or myself can go on there, put how we feel about or, you know, rebuttal to your comments.
Right. And I really like doing this because I remember when I wanted to do freelance writing,
Mm-hmm.
when I got out of high school, because when I was in high school, my senior year, I was writing for the school newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, that's something I want to do. And thank goodness for my computer teacher. Okay, let me go back.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was in high school, my dad was in the pen and I never had time to sit down and put like pen to paper to write him.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would write him
Nice.
things. Oh, and then here's the other one.
Oh, yeah. Still about people.
Yeah. I know. I like touching it because I thought it was just me. But so when I was in my computer class, I would get done with my work early and then type him the letter and tell him what was going on with me. But you in school, so the teacher had access to our screens, and so she would go and read what I was writing.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "You were a really good writer. You should write for the school newspaper."
There you go.
Right.
Said nothing but a word.
Right. And she set me up. She told me. She said. She talked to the teacher that was teaching the actual class. Mm-hmm. And she was like, I talked to him about you and you should write. And so I started writing like TV reviews and movie reviews for the school newspaper. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't even in the class.
You just were doing it.
Doing it. Yeah.
Okay.
And so that's when I started writing. And then when I got out of high school, people had people like, you know, do the freelance writing and then see where it takes off. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, I never did it.
Well, then you got your own thing. You
right.
don't need that. But that experience got you here.
Yeah.
So that's good, you know, that's good.
And so now I could just write articles for our show.
That's what's good. And there'll be we'll talk about the article on the show and then JR have it also on the website.
Exactly.
So I mean, it's several different ways to see what we talked about and hear our opinions about it.
Right. And then what else have I been doing? Because this took me like a good week to do.
It's a lot of work. Because when I first seen the website, it was just still really, really new. He hadn't did too much to it yet. Just the backdrop and the different stuff on all it.
Right. And thank God I got this laptop. This is like the best investment besides my mattress.
Right. I mean, I'm in love with my bed too.
Right.
I understand that.
Child, I stay in it. My mom was like, you ain't got no TV in your living room. I was like, because my bed ain't in my living room. I want to lay in my bed. I paid money for that mattress. Mm-hmm. But yeah, what was I about to say?
You said it took you about a week.
Yeah. So every day when I get off of work, I needed something to occupy my mind so that I could go to sleep. Mm-hmm. And so besides painting, I was like, let me work on this website. And wham, bam, there it is.
It's really good. Y'all, please visit the website. The link will be in the description. I mean, it'll be in the comment section.
Right. And then I got some tattoos. Let me see if I can. Oop, no, not that. That ain't what I wanted to do. I was trying to add us to the screen. Oh, okay, there it is. So y'all can see my tattoos. Okay, I think it's too late.
It's too late to add.
Yeah. Oh, no, there it is right there. I'm stupid. There it is. There we are.
Hey, y'all.
Hey. So I had got thank you to what's her name? Lilisa Davis.
Mm-hmm.
So fun. So fun about this about her name.
Uh-huh.
So she was like, yeah, my mama gave me that name. And I was like, no, girl, I don't think I could think of was the Kings of Comedy.
Uh-huh.
When Cedric was like, black people run. Mm-hmm. And he was like, oh, get Lilisa in there. That's the only thing I thought about. But she did my tattoos and she did my my Buddha elephant that I've been meaning to get retouched, and she finally did it.
It looks really good.
Right, and this was a week ago. And the fact that it's still there, she told me that there's a different type of ink for black people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the first time I got it done, it was like completely just not there after so long. And then, hey, Nina. Mm-hmm. And so she was like, there's a different type of ink. She was like, most black people don't want to buy it because she was like, it's more expensive. It's more expensive.
Is it like a heavier ink or?
I guess so, because the way she did it, because it didn't look like this the first time I got it.
No, it didn't. You couldn't really see it, like you just said. After a couple of weeks, it was gone.
Right, and then my mama, she's so shady. I told her I was getting it redone. She was like, "Oh, so your hand just won't look dirty no more?"
Oh my God. I can see where mama going with that. Right. Quick glance, you be like, "What you be doing?"
Yeah, like, what is that on your hand?
What's that on the back of your hand?
Right. And then, oh my goodness, and then I went to work with it. My manager was like, "Is that henna?" I was like, "Excuse you, sir."
Yeah, because I could see that because of the elephant and then where it's at.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't get.
I was like, "Excuse you, sir." I'm like, no, I got these other tattoos. No, why would I get henna? And henna is so stupid to me. It come off. Yeah, it comes off, and the way Lilisa was telling me, she was like, people get henna when they're pregnant or like it's something significant behind it.
Yeah, they'll just
But I know some people, they'll just go to the henna place where they do eyebrows and eyelashes at the same damn time. She was like, people just get random henna. She was whack.
Right.
And I was sitting there thinking, yeah, that don't make any sense to me. And then she did my Phoenix tattoo. This one I've been waiting to do for a minute. I'm trying to see if I can.
That looks so good. Look. Let me bring the camera up.
Yeah.
So y'all can see.
My Phoenix bird, and then a little saying that I came up with for it to come on there.
You gotta tell the people what it says.
Okay, Jesus. Okay.
Sorry, y'all.
Ooh. It says, the Phoenix Hope, burned by fire and tribulation and still defying fortune's spite. She's oh Lord, I done forgot. She's revived from ashes and rises.
Okay, you wrote that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's still a little bumpy. I've been touching it ever since.
I like that bumpy feeling. I like the, like I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't like bumps on people's skin. I don't like bumps on my skin. I like the feeling of a new tattoo. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that feeling. I don't know why. It's just weird like that.
And then when she got done with it, I had like little bumps of blood like popping up. And I was like, girl, what is that? I don't remember that being. She was like, because you've been sitting here drinking, Andre. That's why.
So your blood was thinner.
Yeah. And so next.
How long did it take her to do it?
An hour.
That's not bad. Both of them, an hour?
No, because I did this one a week before last, and then I did this one just a few days ago. I did this one on my birthday.
So how did you meet Lilisa?
Cassandra from the Love Cafe.
Cassandra from the Love Cafe.
Yeah, she was a woman. You ain't never met her, but she had a show on Fishbowl, and that's when I first.
Oh, okay.
Where she played music and like old school R&B and stuff, and so I went on her show and was running my mouth, and that's how I met Cassandra, and then Cassandra referred me to her.
Okay. Okay, so let's take it back a little bit. I feel so embarrassed
What?
because I forgot your birthday.
I
forgot your birthday.
Right. I ain't getting no phone call.
I did. I
no
forgot
text
your
message or
birthday.
nothing.
I really did. I would have reached out and said happy birthday and at least dropped off a bottle from me.
I went.
At least.
Yeah.
That's all I can do if I can't do that now.
And I wasn't even tripping.
I know, and most people really don't trip about,
Right.
I forgot. I mean,
But you know what's funny? Because I remember somebody had said, hey, Shug, we're going to get into today's topic. Just give us a minute.
What'd she
Jesus.
say?
She was like, what's today's topic? We're trying to catch up on what we've been doing.
we got it.
Right? Hold on. Give us a minute. But I remember somebody was saying, you're lonely when you got to call people and remind them when your birthday is.
You call me like, what you doing? Nothing.
Today my
My
birthday.
birthday. What? I'm saying happy birthday.
Right? No, I wasn't doing that.
I don't do that either. Well, when you get certain age birthdays, I mean, it's not a big deal anymore. But
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I forgot. I completely forgot. I
I
really did.
was trust me. I was not tripping.
Well, still, I at least can remember. If I can't remember nobody else, and be my co-host, my kids, my co-host, and my significant other. Nobody else.
Right.
Maybe your mama. I don't know. We can find out later.
That was Thanksgiving.
That's
Can
the
never
mama.
forget her.
Oh
birthday.
yeah. See, she got an easy birthday.
Right.
You better not forget that. You over there eat.
Exactly. But oh snap, what did I do? Okay. But yeah, I was like, I really wasn't tripping about my birthday. And my sister had caught me. She called me while I was on the phone with her, and she was like, what are you doing? I was like, girl, I'm finna go to the store, give me some painting stuff, and I'm going home to paint. And she was like, no. And so she was like, I will meet you at the craft store. We went to Michael's or somewhere. And we get there, we walked around the store trying to find birthday gifts for other people, and then we looking for stuff for me. And then we got done shopping. She was like, oh, let's go for a drink or whatever. So we went to On the Border where it was Margarita Day. I guess it was like happy hour or something. And you need to refill your cup, empty girl. Oh, because
I was trying to get that little bit of juice at the bottom. You know, the little bit, the bottom beat is the best. I'm sorry.
Right. And so we went to On the Border. They had $5 margaritas, and you get a shot with the margarita. So we went there. I think I had like 5 margaritas and 5 shots. And then my sister, I think she had maybe 3 or 4. And she had a Long Island. I drank that one.
Oh, she didn't want it?
She couldn't handle it.
It was so much.
Because she just had the baby.
Oh, yeah. She ain't supposed to be having no drink. She supposed to get some champagne and sit around somewhere. Is she nursing the baby?
No. No. But it had been 9-10 months
Since she had some.
She had something to drink. And then she was like, let's go somewhere else. So we went to Bar Louie in the Highlands.
How was it? I ain't never been to Bar Louie.
I love Bar Louie.
Really? What
The drinks.
Oh.
I don't know nothing about the food.
Y'all didn't get no food? Why y'all didn't get no food?
I told her, I was like, I didn't come here to eat.
Came here to drink. What they
Right.
on the menu?
And but we did eat On the Border, which was so funny because we ordered just a couple of appetizers, and we had got an appetizer sampler where they put everything on the plate.
Yeah.
And that's exactly, they just threw stuff on a plate, and I was like, I'm not eating that.
What you mean? They had nachos or what they had?
It was some not chips, but it had some quesadillas, some flautas, and some other bullshit. But I was
Some
like,
wings,
no,
cheese sticks, nothing.
no, I can't remember. It was it was all Tex-Mex and Mexican food and shit. But I was like, I'm not eating that.
It didn't look good.
No. And then when the waitress came by, I was like, I don't know who over there making the plate, but no.
Right. Presentation is everything.
Exactly. They just threw it on there. They just threw it on the plate, and then it wasn't even tasting good. So I was like, girl, we not eating that.
Right.
Luckily she took it off the ticket. So
because she knew it was trash.
Right.
She probably went back there.
But what was good was them damn jalapeno bombers.
For real?
Child.
I ain't never had
and then my sister right there, she's like, oh, those bombers was so good. It was cheese and chicken, sitting in the jalapeno, and it was deep fried. Girl, I'm paying them. Oh, Jesus.
Bringing back some memories, huh?
Them bombers was so damn
See, now
good.
you making me want to go by there and just get some bombers.
That's all I have. And then I told her, I felt bad because I told the waitress I was gonna be there tomorrow just to get some bombers, but I wasn't hungover, but I needed to sleep that day.
Right.
Because a whole bunch of other stuff happened. But those bombers was just so good. And then we went to Bar Louie, and she was like, let's see, what's on the menu. I was like, girl, no, I came to drink.
Right.
And it was still happy hour, so their martinis were like $6.
I ain't never had no martini.
Girl, you gonna have to go.
I've never had a martini. I'm gonna dress up real nice.
No, you
don't.
don't. No.
To drink a martini, don't
We're
you
not gonna dress up to go to happy hour.
Don't you supposed to be sophisticated to drink a martini?
Nope.
With your pinky out?
Nope.
And the glass come up like that?
Nope.
And it be like this much drinking them?
Nope.
So you just drink it out of a
Girl,
cup?
I was wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt.
How do you drink a martini in the movies? You had a nice little glass that come up like that, it'd be that much, and it'd be an olive in there, and then you just sit there and
that was
it.
the thing. I think like 2 of the martinis had olives in them. Most of them did.
I don't want mine without olive. I got to do like Elizabeth Taylor. I
You're
got to
so
do like
stupid, girl. When I tell you, and I told the bartender, I said, today's my birthday. My goal is to try all the margaritas y'all have.
Ooh. Okay, let's hear about
It was like 10 margaritas on the menu. I tried 8.
Why did you want to try? Let's bring it back. Why was that your goal? Why? Don't nobody wake up and be like, you know what? I'm finna go up here and try every margarita they got on their menu.
Well, I didn't know until I got there and it was happy hour. So it was like, okay.
So that was the driving force, the fact that it was happy hour.
Yes.
Okay, isn't it? It wasn't like it was a premeditated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Because I didn't know they had.
That makes sense.
We knew it was happy hour, but we didn't know what they would have.
Yeah.
Until we got there, and I was like, "Oh, they got martinis on the happy hour." Okay. Well, I really don't drink martinis, so let me try all of them. So next time I come here,
Martinis or margaritas?
Martinis.
Oh, okay. I thought you said margaritas.
Oh no, well, you have one, you had them all.
Right. That's what I was like. How you want to do all of them?
No, but they had like 10 different martinis. And I was like, let me try all of them. And my favorite was the Rat Pack one.
Ooh, Frank Sinatra and them?
Yes! I'm so glad you...
Sammy and Dean and Frank and all them.
Yes.
Them boys.
And child, when I tell you, it was nothing but alcohol.
Yeah, look at them.
Girl. But they had olives in there, but I was like, I gave my sister the olives. I was like, girl, you take the olives because
it probably was soaked in alcohol.
You're right. What'd she say? She said my bill didn't show 8. That bill showed more than 8. Oh, that was another thing. Because I was just drinking. I was like, girl, who paying for this one?
So you didn't even know. You know, ordered out.
So I know.
Now.
So I know when to slow down.
Yeah.
And she was like, I got you. I was like, okay, girl.
Did she know you was gonna drink 8 of them though before when she
No.
See,
this was all spontaneous.
And 4 of them would have went right back on your ticket.
Because I told her, because I was like, let's just because she the one that said let's just go for a drink.
Yeah.
A drink turned to like 11.
8. See, you heard 8, and then you was like, you know what?
No, she said 8.
I know, but you heard 8. Stuck in your head.
And then we had got drinks sent to us because people was like, oh, it's your birthday, so they sent us drinks.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that was cute. And whoa, jeez, I was so drunk.
I know you was. How'd you get home?
Didn't eating anything. Girl, Suge Avery had to take me home.
That's a dang shame.
Suge Avery had to take me home because I ended up getting a flat tire.
What? So you tried to drive home?
No, I was driving home. Oh, let me tell you, this is so fun. Okay, so driving home, got a flat tire, and my drunk ass laying on Mayfield Avenue, changing my tire.
Laying there.
Yeah, laying there.
On the ground.
Yeah, because my knees are bad. I can't be on my knees.
What time of day? Hold on now. What time of day was this? And did anybody take a picture?
Girl, no. Okay, yeah, my sister, we took a pre-drunk picture, but it was like 8, 9 o'clock at night because we went during the happy hour.
So you laying your ass on the floor, on the ground.
Girl, trying to change my tire. And then I changed one and didn't realize the other one was low too.
Okay.
So now I got 2 flat tires.
Hold on now.
You only got one donut or whatever.
Why you couldn't just sit on the ground? Why you had to lay?
I told you my knees are bad.
But you couldn't just sit. You had to stretch your body out and
Girl,
lay.
yes, I laid down, and then so when I realized the second tire was low, I was like, okay, let me call somebody to come get me.
Did nobody see you?
Oh yeah, this one man pulled over. Like, I'm just making sure you okay.
Baby, if I had rolled up on that, that would have been my introduction to TikTok. I would have been like, y'all, look at this shit here. Look at this.
Right. So
you would have been like,
so I'm changing. So I was like, oh shit, the other one low. And so there was a Domino's across the street.
Mm-hmm.
So it was left over in my bowl. And so I walked across the street, got me a pizza because I was starving because I ain't ate. So I walked across the street, got me a pizza.
Sound like an SNL skit.
So I got a pizza, and then I sat there and I was like, let me try to drive my car home. That's all I really wanted to do was just to go home. And so I drove my car, but I got tired of hearing the flat tire. I'm getting tired of I got tired of hearing the And so I pulled over and I called Sugar. I was like, girl, come pick me up because I ain't got time for this shit here. And so she came and picked me up, and I'm like, girl, I'll give you some gas money if you come in the morning so I can, go get me another tire.
Mm-hmm. Shit happens.
Yeah. I was
but
so
the fact
mad.
that you done laid your ass on the ground to change your tire in the middle of the road, on the side of the road, and then stopped and went and got a pizza. Went out across the street.
Girl,
got a pizza.
There was a sale. I had to go get it.
This is the shit I'm talking about. This is the stuff that I be talking about, child. This is what I be talking about. He sit up here, see.
It was a sale
Instead
on the
of him
pizzas.
going in there and getting or waiting on calling the Uber or whatever, he went in there and bought a damn pizza.
I forgot about that. Well, no, I didn't want to pay for Uber.
But you were gonna pay for Suge to go bring you in the morning to go get a tire.
Suge was cheaper. And it was a lot of ripping and running, so I couldn't. Like, girl, I give you gas money to come get me to go change my tire.
This is what stories of. These are what movies is made of. This kind of shit. You be like, how did they come up with that? They look at people's lives like they look at Drake's life and be like, you know what? Let's put that. That's got to be part of this next movie that we got coming up. Because ain't nobody gonna believe that shit. Just laid out on the ground, changing the tire. That part I want to see. I had to see that with my own eyes. See your ass laid out there on Mayfield.
I was laid. I laid down.
Drunk as a skunk.
And tired. Thank God it was at nighttime.
I know it wasn't hot.
Because if the sun was out, that car would have just been left there.
At least you try. Y'all finna get some water. Cause
I asked you if you was.
You said if I was thirsty. I thought you was talking about the bottle.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that too.
See, I need some water. I done had some crown this weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah. See, you right enough.
And so she child. When I think the bill had to be
over 100.
Maybe 2.
Jesus. And that was happy hour? Damn, how much are the martinis regularly?
I don't know, but they were $6. But it was like it was yeah.
And that wasn't the only thing you drank either, was it?
I had a couple of shots too.
See, yeah, that's what. Damn, too much. Yeah, she mad at you. You better look at your sister.
Right.
Anybody else would have been like, "Oh, you catching some of this beer?"
Right. I sure asked them like, "Girl, who paying for this one?" Because I know I'm ranking in, and then my sister
be up there watching martini glass.
And my sister was trying to keep up. Poor girl.
She gets good.
Especially when it came to that Rat Pack one.
You know what? I ain't even mad at your sister. I drink every day. But I wouldn't have been able to keep up with that. I would have been like, you know what?
Right, tap out.
Can't do it.
Hold on, Paul.
Right, you pause the calls.
But I had fun though. It was nice. I'm glad she took me out.
It sounds like a good time.
Love you too, hon. And then child, oh yeah, we had so much fun. We were sitting there. Oh, it was just. And then luckily, one of the because we were sitting outside, and the bartender was letting one of the customers play their music on the speakers.
Okay.
So she was playing number black folk music.
Yeah. Okay.
So we were sitting listening to Tevin Campbell.
Yeah, we talking.
Right. Listening to just all the good 90s, 80s R&B.
That good music.
That good music.
That good music, y'all. What we got out here today? I just listened to that new Summer Walker album.
I'm glad you did because I've been asking people. Well, no, people. I'm lying. I asked my sister. I'm like, my sister asked me. She was like, "Did you listen?" I'm like, "Girl, nobody give a damn about Summer Walker."
She ain't do nothing but talking about London on the track and being his fourth baby mama.
Oh, poor thing.
It's like you knew you was gonna be number 4 when you laid down and told him to drop one in you. You knew you was gonna be number 4.
Girl,
I'm just saying she knew that. It wasn't like
the girl said, "Drop one in you."
She said it in the
song. That's what she said.
One of the songs, she was like, I wanted you to. But she was like, she was pretty much she's just a bitter person right now, and she's making her, using her platform to vent. But it's a good album if you're going through a breakup and you're mad at your baby daddy or your baby mama.
So they broke up?
I guess that she said in one of the songs, you made me go my whole pregnancy by myself, and and then she had.
I mean, why not? You the only one that's pregnant.
You know what? Shut up. She had Cardi B on one of them. She had Ari Lennox. She had SZA on one of them, and then she had Omarion on one of them.
Okay, that's Scorpio.
Right. One of the songs, the song she had with Omarion, she was basically they were just talking about all I want to do is just smoke, drink, and F. That's what they were saying. You know what? It's not. I think the album is just not for me. I'm just saying it's for a younger audience. They 20-something, early 30-something. I couldn't relate to it, but it wasn't a bad album.
Yeah.
But
you listened to the whole album?
Most of it, yeah. I think it was like maybe 2 or 3 songs. The songs ain't that long. They're like 2.35. They really short. Like 2 minutes 30. Summer Walker don't make long songs. She made interludes. Interludes, what you call them?
Interlude, yeah.
Interludes,
yeah. That's what Mary J. Blige used to do. When she her first album, she would have it would be like a 30-second preview to the next song.
Oh, okay.
But it'll be its own track.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So we see where she gets it from.
Right.
But let's get into these topics. Enough about us.
Let's get into it.
Let's talk about, I guess we'll talk about Sherri Shepherd. And I guess I'll show our website on there. So y'all can get used to looking at it because that's where we just going to be showing shit at. Like what we're going to talk about is going to be there.
Up in there.
Let's I
like Sherri Shepherd. I've always liked her.
I know. So Sherri Shepherd is this past week, Sherri Shepherd was replacing Wendy Williams, as a co-host on her show. Now people are saying Sherri Shepherd should be like the permanent replacement.
Sherri Shepherd's coming off of what daytime show?
The View.
She's coming from The View?
She was fired from The View.
Fired, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I can see her doing the Wendy Williams show, but I don't see her being very gossipy.
This is what she does. Because when Wendy's show was showing a whole bunch of co-hosts, I wasn't watching it because it was like, I don't want to see those people. I really don't care.
Yeah.
And so when they
hate it when they do this.
Yeah. And so when they had Sherri Shepherd on there, I like Sherri Shepherd ever since Living Single.
Okay, yeah.
She was on the episode of Living Single. She was on the Jamie Foxx show. I never watched her stand up, but I like what she's been doing as like co-starring and stuff. Yeah, little cameos and stuff. And so when they said that she was co-hosting, then I watched one show. I think I watched Monday's show, and I was just like, "This is it.
Yeah, she got it.
Yeah.
She got it.
She was really funny and everything was really positive. She really didn't have like negative stuff to say about anybody, even though she was gossiping about what was going on. And she was relating all the stories to her and what she's been doing. And she was talking about her son and stuff. Like everything, it was so nice. And you could just tell by the atmosphere. Everything was like really positive. Yeah, the energy had changed.
You know, and Sherry, her life and what she's been. Oh, sorry,
girl, the whole time.
I'm sorry, not the whole time. I know you just did not move that whole time. Sure did. I sure did. But her life is kind of like me. She got one son. She had the husband that
she had a couple.
Who?
She had a couple of husbands. I didn't know about the first one. But she always jokes about how her ex-husbands.
Well, yeah. I know she has more. She's been married more than once. But what I'm saying, the last one wanted money, and he, doing all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of similar to Wendy.
How do you even think about that?
Did Wendy's husband want money from her? He just want.
No, he getting money.
Oh, he getting money from her.
Getting money,
girl. And he done got engaged to that baby.
No, he didn't.
He didn't get engaged.
People saying that's a lie. And I think it's a lie too, because once you get married, them alimony checks go.
So yeah, he wouldn't do him.
No, yeah, he'll be stupid if he got remarried.
Yeah, it's cheaper to just be by yourself,
right?
Or be unmarried.
Yeah, right. So they can post all they want to on Instagram, but
that ain't true.
No, them getting engaged and getting married, I highly doubt that.
She be, and I know we talking about the show right now, but she would be dumb as hell to marry that man that cheated on his wife for years with her.
Right.
What he gonna do to your ass when you become the ball and chain? You think you gonna do something different, girl? Stop them. I don't understand people like that. That's why I wouldn't even want to deal with nobody who in a relationship who's cheating.
Yeah,
because they gonna do that to you when they get the opportunity.
Right.
A shepherd. A shepherd. A leopard. Don't change the spots.
A shepherd don't change it.
Y'all know what I mean.
Right. But yeah, so I do see the correlation. But she was just it was so much better. The energy, you can tell.
Yeah.
If I could tell just watching the damn screen, I can tell, I'm pretty sure people who are actually there can tell the shift.
So do you think it'll the ratings will go up if they had Sherry on there every day?
Hell yeah, because I was watching.
You were watching.
And when I tell you, I was laughing so hard because she's a comedian. So even if the story she might tell might be, a little far-fetched, but Sherry is genuinely funny.
Yeah.
Just by being there.
But isn't part of the Wendy Williams brand being shady, being underhanded?
Yeah, that's the thing. I think they need to change to go the Sherry Shepherd child.
Yeah.
Wendy need to go ahead and go on the pasture and retire. When I say go on the pasture, I'm talking about her career.
I know what you mean, but the way they had her in that wheelchair with them legs, I said, why you just didn't put a cover over her legs?
Right.
Got them long ass legs sitting up there looking. She holding that purse like she's 75.
Right, wearing
old as hell.
In that bariatric chair.
I said they'll try very hard to sell us on this woman being sick. Y'all ain't got to do all that. We see she's sick.
Right, and I don't even think she's sick.
I don't either. I think she's just done.
I think she's tired.
I don't think nothing wrong with
tired and embarrassed and all of the above.
Yeah, because she lived her life her entire career has been on exploiting other people's private lives.
Yeah.
And then hers was exploited, and it was exploited
and she don't be want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Unless, she'll glance on it, but not really go into grave detail about it.
Right. But that's part of putting yourself out there. Like when we do Pick a Struggle show, like the one show that we really had a lot of people coming for us was the one with Monique.
Yeah.
And some of the comments, at first I was getting a little mad, but then Dre was like, shit, people gonna say, we said we wanted to say, so we can't stop people from having their opinion.
Right.
So and that's what that is. If you're putting yourself out there, you gotta be prepared for people to talk about you.
To go in on you.
Mm-hmm.
And I paid for that advertisement, so people better comment something. nasty or good or otherwise.
Baby, they was coming for. They was calling us all kind of names. And
Right, y'all fat and ugly.
everything. You know.
And I was like, okay. And I didn't block them or nothing. Okay.
it's your opinion. You entitled to it. Shoot, everybody got
An asshole.
right, and they all stink.
Not mine. I don't know.
Because I use soap and water. I was thinking about that too whenever I was watching. Oh, anyway.
What, cleaning assholes?
No, I was thinking about how people back in that's not even connected to the story that we're talking about. So I'm not gonna even go there because y'all know how we can do. Y'all know we get off on the tangent and be way over on Mars somewhere, and we talking about Sherri Shepherd. So I'm gonna bring it back in.
Right.
But yeah, I think Sherri would be a good host too. I really do.
She is so like when I the words can describe how better the show is and the energy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so much better. You can tell Norman is happy, Suzanne is happy. Norman ain't sitting there trying to. Because I remember when Wendy was doing the show, like in the latter years, Wendy would forget shit, and Norman was sitting there correcting her the whole damn time. It ain't even like that.
That's good. You know, whenever you have something like when you have a team of people, everybody got to be happy, or it's just not gonna work.
Right.
Like if everybody can't get along and be happy, you're gonna people gonna forget their job and act like they don't want to do the extra mile. And Wendy seemed like she was a very bitchy person to be around, even just like as a friend.
Yeah, even on the show you can tell because Suzanne will be like Suzanne would nervously laugh at Wendy's jokes. And then try to counteract to what Wendy was saying. But when you see Sherri, everything it seems genuine.
That's good.
And so when Friday, Sherri Shepherd had announced that Michael Rappaport will be co-hosting next week. She was like, "I'm not going to be back," and so I was like, "Well, hell, neither am I.
Hell no,
I won't be there."
This should not know Michael Rappaport. He all right, but. I'd rather have Gary Owens.
No.
You don't like Gary Owens? I like him more than I like Michael Rappaport.
First of all, I really don't like watching men gossip.
I never thought about it like that. Why? Because it's
I don't know. I think it's just the Wendy show. Like just like when the View were talking about having a man co-host on the show. I don't know. No.
Have we ever had a? Yeah, we had Jerry.
Jerry O'Connell. I didn't watch that.
No, I'm finna say, have we ever had a man to host a daytime show on Celebrity Gossip?
It was Jerry O'Connell because he was guest hosted for Wendy.
Oh, I'm talking about had their own show, like a.
Had their own show? No,
I don't think so. I don't think we had was like
we had the pastors. It was when it was a group of ministers.
Oh yeah, that was boring.
Thank God they canceled that show.
That was a waste of energy. That was a waste of film.
Right.
I think
resources and all.
And all that. I think we had like Phil Donahue, but they wasn't gossiping. They were just talk show hosts.
Yeah.
Maury. And,
and I don't Maury didn't gossip. Maury and Jerry Springer were more. I don't even want to talk about that.
Yeah, just dumb shit.
I don't even know why people watch that show.
My son watched Maury.
Even when I was a kid, I was just like, oh, that's weird what they was doing. But then the older guy was like, why the hell is it still on TV?
Why we still doing this to this day?
To this day.
Maury still got baby mamas coming on there.
And then doing spinoffs and shit.
Right.
Because it was Steve, one of the bodyguards. Yeah. Yeah, that Jew, whatever. But I was like, what?
Yeah, this too much.
I
don't want no man. We need to, stay in the direction we're going.
Because there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, let's Sherri have it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Sherri, she could take that throne.
Right.
I think she'll be good for it. What y'all think? Y'all think Sherri Shepherd should be the new host of the Wendy Williams show?
I think so.
I do too. I think she'll be great at it.
Okay, who else? Okay, I guess we'll talk about Chris Pratt ass. This was so upsetting to me. Did you hear about this? Did you know about this?
It was a reach for me.
What?
I really don't feel like.
You don't think so?
No,
I think so.
not at all.
Okay. So Chris Pratt, he he got a new baby mama. I'm pretty sure they married. I just want to be messy and say it's a baby mama. So this is your baby dad. This is your baby dad.
Who that is?
Baby dad.
Who that is? That mosquito better gone.
I know that girl opened my window one time to let my apartment breathe, and just
They just want it. What is it? You got no screen on there? You got no screen on?
yeah, but they find a way.
Yeah.
Nature will find a way.
That's the way.
But so Chris Pratt, they got a new baby, him and his new wife, Schwarzenegger.
Something Schwartz. Is she related to Arnold?
Yeah, I believe so.
Through hell.
Maybe that's his daughter. I don't know. I was not looking that up, and I
That
feel
might be.
bad.
Yeah, me too.
I feel bad that I didn't look it up because I really didn't care.
It might have something. No, probably not. We don't give a damn.
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah.
Talk about you.
Yeah, 'cause it really wasn't about her. It was about what Chris Pratt said. So Chris Pratt was saying that, thank goodness for Schwarzenegger's, the Schwarzenegger that he's with, because she gave him a healthy baby girl, and it was the healthy part that was throwing people off. Because he also has a son with Anna,
His first wife.
his first wife.
Mm-hmm.
I always know her as Cindy.
Cindy, y'all from
From Scary
the
Movie.
scary movie. Parent.
Yeah.
The blonde girl.
So funny.
Yes.
So they have a son, but their son does have. So okay, let me scroll through the article so I can get my facts straight. So this is a picture of Chris Pratt and the Schwarzenegger, the Terminator. She do
like Arnold.
she looked like Nicole Schwarzenegger.
Oh, okay. She might be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that could be. He says, look how she's looking at me. I mean, find somebody that looks at you like that. We met in church. She's giving me an amazing life, a gorgeous, healthy daughter, which is, I feel like it was kind of shady. So this is Chris, Anna Faris, and then their son, Jack. I believe that's his name. So let me go through.
I swear, white celebrities love that damn name, Jack.
Right.
They love that damn name. They be naming them boys Jack all the time.
So Anna Faris, I'm reading, right here. Anna Faris spoke about Jack's birth in her memoir by saying the pediatric neurosurgeon sat Chris and me down to tell us that Jack had some severe brain bleeding and there was a chance that he could be developmentally disabled, because I want to say he was premature.
Yeah, he was a couple months premature.
Yeah, he was a preemie. And so I was going to think, like, this is just strike three for me.
For Chris Pratt?
For Chris Pratt. I'm so done with him. Okay, but let me go through the article. So, okay, first it was he left Anna Faris.
What they got to do? What that make you mad for?
Because when they had first got together, didn't nobody really know who Chris Pratt was. He was, he was on a TV show, but he was like this little chunky.
Yeah,
people really didn't know who he was.
Right.
And then when he got the Guardians of the Galaxy, and when he was in Jurassic World, that's when his popularity kind of like. That's when he left Anna.
But how you know Anna didn't leave it? Is this saying?
Because Anna has stated that the divorce, her hand was forced in the divorce.
So he wanted the divorce.
Yes.
So you're mad at him because he used her for a come up?
Yes.
A lot of women do it though. A lot of women do that.
I mean, I would talk about them if they came up in the subject. If they came up in the topic, I was like, yeah, she used them as a come up.
Yeah.
Shame on her.
Yeah. So he Kim Kardashian her. What's the strike three? I want to make sure I get everything out before
strike two was the Jurassic World series.
You can't be mad at him about that.
Yes, because he starred in it. Yes, I can. I do not like Jurassic World as a whole.
You don't like that brain. You don't like that.
No.
That world. Why?
No. Because I remember Jurassic Park, watching it, how it made me feel all that other stuff. And then watching Jurassic World now, it's like, okay, yeah, this is just a money grab. It really ain't that good. Just like Halloween. Like, I'm really mad. I am so mad at what's her name? Jamie Lee Curtis for signing on to that shit. Because I watched the recent movie and she was a producer on that movie.
She was bored.
And that movie was so horrible.
Honestly, all the Halloweens were horrible.
I actually like the first one.
The first one, the classic.
The first one, the second one, even the one about the witches. You know, when the kids wearing the Halloween mask and shit.
Oh yeah.
It really wasn't no Michael in it.
Yeah.
That one was cool. The whole thing about explaining that Michael Myers was part of this whole cult thing. It was interesting, and I watched it and I liked it. But I don't like the new ones. Even was it Rob Zombie?
Mm-hmm.
Even his was like out there, but it was interesting and it was nice to watch. The one that they got now, the 2018 version with Jamie Lee Curtis, and then they were like, oh, this is going to be the direct sequel to the first one. Fuck all the other 6 films. It's like, yeah, no, you're doing it. You're not. It don't make any sense.
That's kind of like the Jumanji thing.
The Jumanji, yeah.
I felt the same way. It's like, why did y'all fuck with that?
Right.
Leave it alone.
Exactly.
It's a classic.
And then you're not even linking.
Yeah, you're not even connecting the movie. I understand. They didn't say nothing about Robin. They didn't say nothing about him connecting. Well, the little boy was supposed to be in the game. If you watched it, he was supposed to be the little boy. But at the same time, he was supposed to be Nick Jonas. That was supposed to be the little boy from.
Oh, is that what it was? Because I never watched the new one.
Because
I was like, I don't need it.
Your time is valuable.
Like, I think the only remake and reboot that I liked was Friday the 13th. The Friday the 13th one was where they had Jason more of like a survivalist, and he was okay. I'm going way too far. But the Jurassic World series, I'm not liking it. They got this love interest, this couple, and it just is. It's all the way wrong.
Yeah.
All the way wrong. Even the graphics. Because I remember watching. I remember watching the original one that had, in 92, 93, the Jurassic Park one, where they used a little bit of CGI, but most of it was like animatronics, where they used robots.
Yeah.
For the dinosaurs.
And I like that better.
And it looks so real and it looks so cool. But now it's
CGI
heavy.
all the time.
CGI is really heavy on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got this whole thing about pack animals and the Bancho one, and Chris Pratt is leading, the Velociraptors. It's like, this shit ain't making no kind of fucking sense. You riding on a motorcycle next to some deadly fucking, it don't make any sense.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Right. So that was strike 2. Strike 3 is this foolishness. Because, like, why even say that? Why even say, oh yeah, now I got this healthy child now? Are you saying the first one wasn't healthy?
I mean, he was born, with special needs. Would you say that? Because that does make sense, because you do have a special needs child, right?
When you had would you say, oh yeah, finally I got a healthy one?
Sean, my first boy was born with special needs, and then I had my second son, Shane, didn't have any special needs. When his dad, for me having a special needs son, if somebody was to say something like that, I wouldn't be offended by it. I don't really think, unless I started to dig into the relationship he had with Anna. Yeah. And if I saw that there was some type of, like, he was trying at her throat, or he was talking bad about her or something like that, then I could see, him making that comment as him throwing shots at her, not necessarily the baby, but at her. Yeah. Or saying, this one gave me a good healthy baby, why you couldn't give me a healthy baby? You know what I mean?
But that's how I always feel that.
I don't see it that way, because me and Sean had, 4 kids together, and one of them come out being special needs and the other ones didn't. So if he was to say, well, you know, you gave me two healthy babies and you came out the other one and they got. I don't know.
I can see that that'll be a difference.
Yeah, but
Like
I don't know. For me, when I read the article, I was like, whoever is saying that this is him talking mess about Anna, the first baby, was him being, you know, throwing shots. I just didn't feel like that. I feel like he probably was just saying that, you know, she's healthy. I got a healthy daughter, and you know, happy. My wife is healthy. My daughter's healthy. Not on the. I'm trying to throw shots at my first wife or the baby.
Right.
I didn't take it. That
Okay, so a real personal question: when you had Shane, did you say to yourself? You ain't got to answer if you don't, but I just want to ask it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you had Shane, did you say, "Thank God I got a healthy baby"?
When I had Shane, yes, I was happy. I was like, thank goodness he came out healthy. In my head, I said it out loud, but I said out loud.
Well, this bastard did.
I mean, but I feel like if somebody had have asked me, like if I was like, somebody was like, you know, were you worried about Shane being special needs or something like that? You know, were you relieved that you saw him and he wasn't that he was healthy?
Yeah.
I would have been like, yes, I was relieved that he was healthy, but not saying that. You know, I wouldn't have made it seem like there was anything wrong with my first baby not being healthy or not having, you know, having special needs. And so I don't think that he meant it like that. I really don't. I think he was just saying, you know, I got a healthy baby. Because, you know, when you ask a girl, you know, who's pregnant, and I don't know if you ask your sister, Nina.
Yeah.
I don't know if you asked her, like, when she first got pregnant, hey, what do you want? You want a boy or a girl? And they'd be like, oh, I just want a healthy baby. You know, would that person saying that be like a bad thing? Because what if their baby did come out healthy? You know what I mean? That mean they don't want the baby or they didn't want the baby. You know?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So,
because I didn't ask her. Because I didn't ask her, and I told her I didn't want to know the sex of the baby until she actually had it. Yeah, it was like I want to be surprised just like you. But yeah, I can get what you're saying.
I don't know.
But
since
this asshole actually said it out loud, I feel like it was kind of like a slide because it seems so weird, especially since the timeline. So they had the baby, and his career took off, and then you know people just don't wake up one morning and just be like, "I want a divorce." Like some stuff kind of happens over some years. And so they got divorced. What is it? Okay, because I got it in the article. Let me make sure, you know, I get my facts straight. They in 2014 and 15, that's when he started those big budgeted movies. And then the divorce was finalized in 2018.
So they were only married for like 4 years.
No, I think they got married in 2008.
Oh, so they was married for like 10 years.
Yeah, a good while. And so, but it's like, especially if you've been married for that long, you just don't wake up one morning like, yeah, it ain't working out.
I don't want to do this anymore. Go ahead and down there. I'm going to go half five for
right, yeah.
You know, and I ain't no telling what happened within that marriage. You know, what kind of person Anna is, what kind of person Chris is.
And see, before this had happened, like before this story, you know, broke, people were already people were already figuring out you left her because you got famous. Because when you was like this low-key kind of C-list, B-list actor, people really weren't checking for you. Y'all was married. But yeah, when you became this A-list, okay, all of a sudden you got problems in your marriage and y'all need to go get a divorce?
No, maybe it was highlighted when he got famous. Maybe before people wasn't caring, didn't give a damn. No, you just married Chris. Ain't nobody, because she was in that. I mean, she wasn't an A-list actor, but she was more known than he was. And so people weren't looking at her like, what's going on in your life, Anna? You know, they could have possibly been having some issues and nobody just didn't give a damn.
Right. Yeah, and that's what led me to strike one. Where it was like, yeah, okay, you left her after you got the timeline ain't making no damn sense.
Right. And they could have been, I feel like they could have been having some issues before, and he didn't have the money. He probably like, you know what, I need to stay with her because I don't got no money to take care of myself.
Right. It's cheaper to keep her.
Yeah, she the one bringing all them little coins in. As soon as I get a better job, I'm gone. You know, people be saying that shit all the time. So, you know, that probably would,
Right.
Yeah, he left her when he got the money. But at the same time, going back to the article, I don't think he meant anything by what he said about the baby being healthy because I don't know. I just don't think.
Yeah.
I think people just be reaching. I really do.
You think I'm reaching?
No, this article's reaching. You didn't write the article.
I did write that.
No, the initial article.
Oh, okay.
No, I think people just be reaching because it's like, come on, y'all. I mean,
yeah, it seems just too. I just didn't like the fact he healthy baby. I didn't like that part, especially when you have a child that's developmentally disabled.
Mm-hmm.
It's some trigger words, and you just like,
say that,
right.
And you know what? A lot of people don't deal well with having to take care of a special needs child. Because I remember I was listening to a story about Dorothy Dandridge, and her husband left her because they had a special needs child.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. He was one of those tapped in brothers. I can't remember the name. It was the two black boys, two black brothers back in the 30s. They were tap dancers.
Mm-hmm.
She was married to one of them, and whenever he found out that their daughter had disabilities, he left her.
Damn.
Some people just don't want to deal with it. They just can't because they like, I don't make special needs kids,
right?
So,
and that's why I take my hat off to people like people like you and other people. Mm-hmm. And I remember realizing that when I was in high school or middle school. I was just like, I don't know if I had the patience.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I had the know-it-all or the gumph or whatever. I didn't know if I had that type of ability to deal with a child that was special need. Mm-hmm. I was like, honestly, new to y'all.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm gonna just tell y'all like this: the kids that are developmentally, for me, in my experience, the kids that are like Chris Pat's son and my son with brain stuff, they are a little bit easier to deal with for me because they just they thrive on structure. They need to know, they gotta go to bed, get up, eat, whatever they need to do. It needs to be in a type of a schedule. It's the special needs kids that you can't see, like the ones who are like autistic.
Oh, girl, that's like the ones that got headache and gas.
The ones that you can't diagnose by just looking at them.
Yeah,
them kids, them kids be a lot now. I took my hat to the mamas of them, the parents of them, special needs, because them kids be jumping off of tables and shit and running down the baby. They be doing all
right. And then said, "Yep, that's all. Just wanted a healthy baby."
Yeah,
that's it.
Mm-hmm. But you wouldn't blame me, and you were like, well, you wouldn't feel like she was throwing shots at, anybody who didn't have a healthy baby. So that's all I'm saying. I don't think it was
right. Because to me, the way I think of healthy baby is giving birth to a baby that just breathing and living.
Yeah. That's another thing.
That's a healthy baby.
Yeah, that's another thing. Because
no matter what neurological or what brain stuff is going on, or even if they can't control their limbs or whatever, or because I remember there was like we're going to test the baby's sight and their hearing, make sure they can see and hear. Even it's like, who cares? My baby is living and breathing, and that is so rare. Even though so many are born, it's like it's just so rare to give. Because I know some people who had to give birth to dead babies. And now it was just so sad. Was it stillborn?
Stillborn.
Yeah, like just having to go through the motions, knowing that your baby ain't there. Mm-hmm. That is just so sad.
Mm-hmm. That is sad. Even people who have to, miscarriages, and even if you carry that baby for a few weeks or a few months, if that happens, that's one of the most devastating things I think anybody could go through for both parents, not just for the woman, but for the dad too. It's got to be.
That's actually evolved.
Yeah. The dad is that care. Not right. Like, ain't no dad. I ain't like that no way. I'm so happy. God, look at God. What are you doing? I am not making fun of you. I'm not trying to be insensitive. But it's y'all know some evil ass people in this world.
Girl.
It's some men like that who will be like, you know what? I ain't doing no trip. Doing no
Right.
tipping.
Oh, thank goodness. I
Right.
really didn't want that baby to begin with.
I ain't
So,
gonna-
okay, so we're gonna talk about sitting on the dock of the big
Watching the time
roll away. Okay, so I was reading this article on Bloomberg. You sent me this article, didn't you?
Mhm.
I hated that article, so I had rewrote it. I had to remix it.
That article made my eyes cross in my
Girl.
head. My head
And you know,
down.
and I said, it is very rare article with so many words with more than 2 syllables by Bloomer. They describe how shipping companies' labor shortages could get worse. And now this one was kind of personal to me because this is my sister does this. She works with people. She works with shipments, coming off the boat onto the dock and all that stuff. She deals with stuff like that. And so to find out that here on the docks and on the boats, they're having labor shortages, it's kind of weird to me because I work in retail, and every day we're talking about, oh, we didn't get this product in.
Yep.
So we can't make this.
Yep.
And then we also talk about how scarce a product is that we actually get in. So we need to upcharge people on getting certain things. So I have realized how groceries, hell, oil,
Everything.
gasoline, apartments, everything is getting more expensive.
Everything has gone up.
And so in the article I wrote, if you have everything is getting expensive. It kind of makes sense because a plethora of companies are paying employees. Plethora. Did I say that right?
Plethora. That's what I
Okay.
said.
I wrote it. I don't know why. A plethora of companies are paying their employees more money and giving them sign-on bonuses and vaccine incentives. These companies are trying so hard to keep crew retention. And it was so fun because I'd never thought about that. Yeah. Crew retention. It's like you get people that'll come in, they work for a few months, and then it's like, I'm gone. But yet, even Uber and Lyft is finding it hard to keep people. Yeah. And that's what crew retention is. And so we are headed for a perfect storm. I wrote an article how supplies are short. The supplies that we do have are stuck in cargo ships and docks because of labor shortages. And then prices of those supplies are going up in order to pay people who are actually working. They're trying to pay them more money. And then it was a little, it kind of dabbles into the what's wrong with capitalism. Because we have, let me see if I can break this down real simply. So we have people who start companies, and then they pay these employees low money so that more money can go into them, into their pockets. This is what capitalism is. And then when they have to up the price of the product that they're selling, or when they're trying to pay more people, they're trying to pay people more money, their employees more money, therefore the product the price of the product has to go up so that they can keep the same amount of money that's been going into their pockets for so long. They have to keep that up.
Which is inflation.
Yeah, inflation, which is the devil. Inflation ain't nothing but the devil.
It ain't nothing but the devil. Capitalism ain't nothing but the devil.
Right. And so now we have this whole thing that people aren't willing to work in certain jobs because of the pay, and then they try to up the pay, and therefore they have to up the prices of the product so they can keep keep the money in their pockets. We're headed into like a whole shit show,
right?
Basically.
And also keep in mind, if you're paying me more money to work for you, but I don't have what you paying me more money for if I can't even get the products that I need to get because they sitting on the dock or they somewhere in some type of cargo ship.
Right. Logistics, that's what I said. I'm sorry.
You're good. Logistics. Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all, you have to just look at the world from the last year, the last 2
years, because we coming up on year 2 of this.
Look at the world.
This Ovid.
Look at the world. we started off with a pandemic that was supposed to be from China, right? So we get the pandemic and the whole United States pretty much shut down. It starts in the east, the northeast, and it just trickles its way down to, the south and the west.
Yes.
And then they shut down the schools. People get laid off by the thousands. People are dying by the thousands.
I was one of those, not the one that died, the one that was laid off.
He's still with us. People got, and then okay, they start opening up the world again. They start making a vaccine mandated, and they start saying, okay, we got a shot. You take the shot, you ain't gonna die. But if you take the booster shot, you can boost up the shot that you just took that you ain't gonna die from, and you damn sure ain't gonna die from this. But we got a variant of it now.
About 50 Greek letter
Alpha, Beta, Beta, whatever they want to call it. So now, you see it's a pandemic, it's a shutdown, it's a vaccine, people going to Mars. People going to Mars on a special trip, like they just going up to
about Bezos?
Jeff Bezos, the man from Star Trek, he went up there, and then I can't remember who else went up there. We got people going to Mars, and now all of a sudden, everything across the board is going up. People are we're in a pandemic, but people quitting their jobs. And now you look at the ship and the docks, and everything is sitting at the dock. Like, all this stuff is gotta be connected some type of way.
Yeah, and it's not making any sense
It don't
to me.
make no sense.
Because I remember I was talking to my sister earlier, and I had told her that we the United States alone have had over 700,000 deaths, COVID deaths.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so you got it's not making sense. You have companies that don't have people.
Mm-hmm.
People just like I quit, or I'm
Walking
not coming
out.
back to. Yes,
You heard about
girl.
Chick-fil-A?
Oh, I didn't hear about Chick-fil-A.
It was either Chick-fil-A or Starbucks. They had to just shut down because every employee left.
Oh, damn!
From the manager down to the
I think it was.
the crew.
I heard about a clothing store that was in like a Hot Topic or what the hell ever.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of those where they put a sign like, people ain't coming to work, so we had to shut down.
Mm-hmm.
But something is not making sense.
It don't make sense.
Like, even though we've lost a lot of people, it made a little dent, compared to the total population. So we made a little dent from the COVID deaths, but the people who ain't working, something's not making sense. We got all these jobs that are available, but ain't nobody working. It's not making sense. And I remember,
like it's play money.
I remember, I'm glad you talked about that, because I had this one woman at work that tried to spew that Republican, what's the word I'm looking for? Rhetoric and doctrine, saying that people were not going back to work because of the unemployment benefits. Mm-hmm. Those been done and been gone. And yeah, we have not seen no influx of employment.
Right. It's the same.
We're still seeing more and more people leaving jobs. Yeah, and we're not seeing people going into not necessarily okay, we're not seeing more people going to, like, it will make sense for me if we saw a deflux of people working at Taco Bueno, but an influx in people doing rideshare services.
Right. Yeah.
There's a deflux everywhere. Mm-hmm. Uber and Lyft can keep people. And yet we still, and then in these fast food restaurants, in these retail places, because where I work at, they still looking for people. We're seeing a deflux everywhere. So where are people going?
Right. What are they doing?
What are they doing to make money?
But at the same thing about this too, they put that rent assistance program out there, and they stopped people from being able to get evicted, and they were paying people rent for up to 15 months. Listen, I took advantage of my damn.
Wait, 15 months, girl. Who's signing
for people who had back
Oh, okay.
Yeah, back stuff on there.
Okay.
You know, old back rent.
But that makes sense though. But still,
So people don't that's taking people out the workforce.
But there's more bills than just rent.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that the people who do work, most of the time, your biggest bill is gonna be your rent. Right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to go work at a job. If you can take care of your light bill and your phone bill with your $17 an hour. But you ain't gonna be able to take care of your rent, light bill, phone bill, cable, and your car note.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So now people just like, you know what? I got my rent paid for a damn year. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna be at the house. But it does, like you said, it still don't make sense because why are we not seeing more new businesses being open?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because these people not working at these, 9-to-5s. So while we don't see an influx in the ride sharing or the Uber Eats and the Lyft, the favors and stuff like that.
Yeah, and Grubhub.
That's why it don't make sense. I hear what you're saying, yeah.
So no, we have not done the research on small businesses opening,
right.
But ride sharing is like the ace boom coon.
Yeah.
The number one thing to get into.
Anybody can
anybody can do it. Anybody can take somebody, to the library. People, anybody can deliver a burrito to somebody.
Right.
But we're not seeing an influx. It's just like, where are people going? And I've seen people, because now that you mentioned the rent relief program, I still see some people not signing up for that and just leaving their apartment and going somewhere to live. Yeah. So it's like, where are people? What are people doing? Where are people going? Yeah. What's going on here?
It's getting to the point where it's like, for me, it's kind of scary because it's like we don't see. Usually, when you have cause and effect, one action determines the next action. But for this, it don't really like Dre saying, it don't make no sense. Like I don't know how many small business, but from the people around me who have, been involved in these programs and who done left their jobs and stuff like that, I don't hear nobody talking about what they doing now to keep them out of the job, the 9-to-5 job. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nobody saying, oh, I'm finna flip houses, I'm finna flip cars, I'm finna, start my own cleaning business.
I'm finna sell plates, sell soap.
I don't see it.
No.
I don't see it. So, like Dre said, where are these people going? Where are people going? Like, what they doing? They not working. I went back into the workforce, because I got bored.
Okay. One thing that I just thought about, I have seen emergency housing.
Right. But
which it don't make
qualify for that though.
Yeah, but I've heard a couple of stories about people getting emergency housing, and I want to say that it's quote unquote based on COVID, but I don't know, because I'm sitting there thinking, because I've heard a case, I've heard someone getting emergency housing because of COVID, but I'm sitting there thinking, we're almost 2 years in on COVID. Right. Where is the emergency?
Exactly. Because ain't nobody walk. I mean, now with the shot and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You don't hear.
Yeah. It's so many ways that you can just go out and make money. Mm-hmm. I don't know, did so many people take advantage of those damn PPP loans to where they can live off on it for a month?
Then you got the child tax credit. So people who got kids, like I have this one coworker, all of her kids are under 6, so she's getting $350 a month per child per month for
That would make sense because that would pay your rent.
So you ain't got to worry about no money. Yeah, you got your kids,
right? You can do hair on the side just to pay.
Cashing in with the kids. Go to one of them places. The light places where you don't have to have a contract. Like there's so many ways around. But my question is this, Dre: what happens when the ball drops? What happens when the government say, middle finger, y'all?
Girl, some of the people like me, like I cross that bridge when we get to it.
But we can't even think like that. I mean, I ain't gonna lie though. I've been thinking like that too. But because I remember when we talked on the show when I wasn't working, you was like, "Well, what you gonna do?" And I was like, "When I get to it, I'll figure it out."
Right.
But that thinking it's not.
Yeah, it's not helpful. It's not gonna especially work when you got children.
Yeah. And then where the truck drivers going? They said that a lot of stuff sitting on the ground because the truck drivers. Like, what about them and them bonuses you get to drive? Are they not doing that no more?
Right, but it's like everybody. They're even the post office.
Yes, I know, because my ex-husband works there, and he was like, you ain't.
Even the
as long as
post
you can
office
count-
looking for people.
Count to 2, you can get a job. 1, 2. Come on.
And I
over there.
thought about going.
I thought about going.
Because I can work by myself in a
Yeah.
truck, and I could just deliver mail.
Yeah.
How you mean? You
So
can't get no easier than
Girl,
that.
if you don't get that, my boo time. I don't know my boo time. But it's a lot of walking though. It's a lot of walking because some of the routes don't have. You have to get out your truck and walk.
Yeah, I mean, girl, really?
That's a lot of walking. That nigga look like cracky.
Yeah.
Somewhere. He lost all his little weight. You know he went that fluffy.
Right? I don't know. It's not making any sense. And I guess this will be my only strike against socialism. Because all the programs that they have come up have been socialist programs.
Yeah.
The government help you out paying your bills and, help you out until you get on your feet. Those are socialist programs. And I guess this will be my only strike against them because it's like people, there's certain things we can't get.
Mm-hmm. But what
There's certain
that
things we
means
can't
that
do.
the consumers, which are the people who quitting, and myself and you and everybody else, with consumers, that means that everything that we need, we're not gonna get access to. Like right now, if you go inside of a grocery store, those, like you said, it's where you work at, everything is scarce. So
Yeah.
if you don't have your product,
And Jesus,
people ain't
the
gonna do it.
holiday is coming.
The holidays. So it's gonna be a different world if we continue in the direction that it's been going. It's gonna be a totally different world from when we
But yeah, I am nervous, and then especially since we get most of our stuff from China.
Yeah.
China was like, if we get one more outbreak, we shutting every damn thing down.
She's on the park or something?
She must send somebody out there. She was out there looking for you earlier. She at the window looking.
Oh, she heard how she know?
I don't know. Nigga, she be getting it. But it's just something just ain't making sense.
Yeah.
Even though a lot of people have died of COVID, but at the same time, we still have a lot of people who are unemployed or just they're not doing the regular jobs. So it's like, where did those people go?
Yes.
Some just ain't making sense.
It's not making sense to us because it's something happening that we don't know what's happening. That stuff sitting at that dock like that, and people not working, and people walking off jobs, and people having to close up their businesses because they don't have enough employees to run their business. That's just not normal. That's just, I ain't gonna say it ain't never happened because I ain't been here. I ain't been here forever,
that long, yeah.
But from my lifetime, I've never seen it like this.
No,
never. I mean, I ain't never lived through no pandemic either, but I've never seen it where you know coming after we still in the middle of the pandemic and everybody quitting their jobs. I understand last year when everybody was like, "Good, I ain't going to no, they making me work this for. They got their coat, they got their C-19." But now, when you got the mask against the unmasked and the vaccine against the non-vaccine. Like people still, got the opportunity to be at work. So I don't know. I don't know. But it's happening. Whatever it is, it's happening right now.
Another thing that ain't making no damn sense. Like when I tell you I read this story, I was just like, what the actual hell? It don't make no sense at all. So in downtown Dallas, and this is so funny because I work in Dallas, and I didn't know this was going on.
I did.
Oh, girl, are we boring you?
No, child. It's that 5. It's that what? That 6 o'clock slump.
Right
at the end of the day.
But this ain't making any sense. The night, okay, so the other day, well, not the other day, maybe 3-4 days ago.
I thought it was like a week ago. Was it last week?
Almost a week ago. So these people, if you go on our YouTube page, you can see the article on what we're talking about. But so these QAnon people, they in Dallas sitting there waiting for JFK Jr. to show up.
This why we don't got shit on the shelves. Because they out here playing in the middle of downtown Dallas during the day. Go to work, go get that stuff off the dock.
Right.
Drive your goofy self up there and get that off the dock.
But
waiting on a dead man.
right, because JFK Jr. been dead since 1999. But yet they sitting there waiting on him. So I'm gonna read this article for the people. Huh?
Who is it? I can't see.
That's your brother.
Oh, hey, brother.
This because I recognize the profile picture. But I'm gonna read this article for the people on Facebook. So Dallas Republicans and QAnon folks wait where JFK was assassinated. They sat there and waited for his son to reveal himself, even though John F. Kennedy Jr. has been dead for over 20 years. So as you can see in the photo above, because it got 2020 written on there.
That was last year.
Yeah, exactly. They thought Trump was going to win the 2020 election and have JFK Jr. as his vice president. And I was like, well, no wonder why 75 was backed up that day. Traffic is always backed up in Dallas.
Yeah.
But so before we get into the story, let's go back to November 1963. In 1963, John F. Kennedy and his wife, and the driver rode down Houston Street and they turned on Elm Street, and that's where the nightmare started. You get it? Nightmare on Elm Street. And so the car turns on Elm Street, and that's where John F. Kennedy was shot. Shot, yeah, and he died. He died in the Parkland Hospital. Mm-hmm. And then fast forward to 1999, John F. Kennedy Jr. and his wife and his sister-in-law, Carolyn and Lauren, they died of a plane crash. John F. Kennedy Jr. was the pilot, and they died in the Atlantic Ocean next to, I want to say Martha's Vineyard or somewhere off of there.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So these people actually believe that JFK Jr. faked his death and is now a high-level government official, and this is another thing, they also thought that JFK Jr. had faked his death because he was being targeted by the deep state and had lived in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania under the name Vincent Fusca. It can't get no weirder than this.
People ain't got nothing. Go to the dock and get our stuff.
Right.
Go get our Tickle Me Elmos. Why y'all sitting up here talking about some JFK? First of all, let me just tell you why this don't make no sense.
Okay.
If JFK did come back to life,
JFK Jr.
JFK Jr. was...
Well, they thought both.
Right, for the longest, Elvis and all of them. If JFK Jr. was to be like, you know what? I was just faking my death. I'm here. I'm going to be his running mate, and I'm going to be his vice president. Why do y'all think that everybody be like, okay, yeah, let's go ahead, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. You have been lying to us for 20 years, and we're going to want you to run our country? You are the ultimate liar. Like, you had everybody in the world believing you had died in the plane crash.
Like you had went down the street to go get cigarettes and never came back.
Yeah, like somebody like my daddy. Like, why y'all think that people gonna be like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, he was dead, but he's not anymore. Let's go ahead and make him the vice president. Let him run the country. No, man, we're not doing that. We are not doing that. Y'all go to the dock and get our stuff. Get off of her talking about JFK and Kobe and who else they talking about still alive?
Elvis, Tupac.
Yo, stop worrying about these folks. These folks is gone. They not worried about you. What you need to do is go down to the dock and get our stuff. Y'all ain't got nothing to do. Go up to the Chick-fil-A and be a crew chief and get them sandwiches ready. Sitting up here wasting my time. I wasted my whole 10, 15 minutes reading an article. I was mad as hell. I said, they ain't got nothing to do.
And that's why you need to read Pick a Struggles articles nothing but a 2-minute read. It's real quick, real simple, real easy. You ain't got to subscribe. You ain't got to sign on to no newsletter. No ads, no pop-ups. Just go and read our article. But yeah, it makes no sense at all.
If y'all see one of them QAnon, what they call
QAnon.
QAnon. If y'all see a QAnon, tell them I said. Run up there to Hot Topics and fill out an application. Because you won't have time. Baby, see, the reason why I don't never be at none of these rallies and whatnot, because I don't got time.
Yeah.
I do stuff that makes sense. Well, not all the time. Majority of the time. 75% of the time. But I ain't finna be sitting out here with no Trump and JFK Jr. sign 2020. What? Why did I waste my money to even make that? You ain't gonna ever use that again.
Mm-mm.
And you can't mark it out. You can't put nobody else's name on top of it. It's just, y'all just listen. This story is just so crazy. I just
no, it's just so funny. And so,
why?
So obviously nobody showed up.
Because the only people that showed up is the people who walked out of Hot Topics and Chick-fil-A. And the people that ain't driving to go to the dock and get our stuff. I'm gonna stay on that. Somebody can bring that crate up.
But this is crazy though. It's crazy. Well, first of all, it happened in Dallas, and I remember seeing a billboard that said, "No more audits. Trump lost," and it was a Republican ad. It's like, let's just get over it. Let's go. Let's move on. Let's do something else. But these QAnon people, which, you know, they took part in what happened January the 6th when those terrorists that went to the White House.
Right. Of course, that's who they did. Of course, that's who they are.
Right.
Those people who, you know, who ain't
got nothing better to do.
Ain't got nothing to do. Sitting up here.
And I'm sitting there thinking, how did these people request time off?
They ain't requested. They ain't got no job. That's why I said, go up there, fill out an application. And stop worrying about JFK and them. They is gone. Them people's not coming back.
No.
And why would they want that? They just love people, a lot of them. They just want somebody to come back from the dead and just jump and be the president.
And just reappear. Like, who does that?
Hey, I'm back, y'all.
Yeah.
I was dead.
I said I was dead, but now I'm here.
Y'all just playing with y'all. Can I be the vice president?
Right. April Fools.
Right. Jokes on you. Can I be the vice president? And y'all like, yeah, sure, go ahead and do that. That's
yeah.
fine. Trump, go ahead and bring away in the house with you.
Mind you, JFK was a Democrat.
He wouldn't fool Trump.
No.
His daddy was a Democrat. All of them, the Kennedys were Democrats, right?
Yeah, it was a Democratic family.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yet,
these people they done lost their damn marbles.
Don't make no damn sense.
They done lost their damn marbles. Them the ones that went to the 5th grade and just said, you know what, I don't want to do this no more.
And I love conspiracy theories. I love conspiracy theories. You know, about 9/11, Tuskegee, you know, Project, you know, all that stuff. I love a good conspiracy. But this one is kind of just, it's way out there. It's a little bit too much to understand.
Yeah.
It don't make any sense. And then to say that he faked his death and is living as somebody else, as Vincent Fusco.
Was he even Italian?
Girl, no.
Why would he get an Italian name?
Right.
Why he wouldn't just be John Joe? Or, you know, like, why would he go that, you know what, I'm going to be a...
Yeah, I'm going to pretend I'm going to be an Italian and had this name.
Sure, if anything, play like you're Jewish. You're going to get more clout that way. Come on now. Now, what we doing? We ain't got to see.
It don't make no sense. Like with the AIDS crisis, like I love a good conspiracy. But this one is just a little bit out there. It's a little bit too much for me.
Too much. That's too much. We ain't going to give y'all too much of that because they done did enough to write that article and actually put that shit somewhere online. Y'all get a little touch of what we think about it. That's it. We ain't
right. It's just, it doesn't make any sense at all. What else did we have? Yeah, I think that was it. Him on us. Joe Budden, girl, I don't give a damn.
You sent me the articles. I didn't know we were gonna talk about it tonight.
I didn't even put them on there because I was just like, some ain't right. Yeah. Yeah.
He's trying to come out without coming out or whatever. And I just said that
Yeah.
because the baby did it.
Right. They was talking about Joe Budden he came out as bisexual, and I was just like, okay, whatever.
And then he only said it because of the whole situation with the baby. The thing about it though, the baby, I don't give a damn if you're gay or straight. The baby was wrong for what he said. Because there's straight people out here that have HIV and AIDS, or they know someone who does. You don't got none of that mindset of it being a gay disease is so old and
so
dumb.
old.
Like, did you not watch that episode of Girlfriends? Stop playing.
Right.
Now, come on now. Well, yeah, he
in the
was
girl,
down
yeah.
low, but still, she had it, and it wasn't because of her being directly, being lesbian or whatever. What I'm saying is that
I get what you're saying.
he's just dumb. Like, the baby was dumb for saying
yeah.
that. So, for Joe Budden to even try to defend it and then say, what if I said
right.
I was bisexual?
Right. Let's talk about how Joe Budden was fucking dogs. Let's talk about that.
Jazz, we gonna save. We gonna save you.
Let's talk about those allegations about how Joe Budden, it was ex-girlfriend or ex-wife or whatever, came out and was like, yeah, he liked, screwing with the dog, like to let the dog lick his balls or some shit. Let's talk about
That's
that.
why I had that big ass thing of Jiffy. I seen it in If they had that big ass bottle of Jiffy sitting up there. That's what
you was retarded.
Joe Budden.
Right.
You know what? When I was little, it was not little. I was probably like a teenager, but it was this boy in the neighborhood we lived in. He would fuck his dog.
Shut up.
Yeah, it's his girl dog. He would.
How did I know?
Because my brother and them was friends with him, and he would tell. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if they actually saw him doing it or he would tell them that he was doing it. But my brothers, they told me. They was like, I forget his name. I'm glad I did because I said that he ain't being embarrassed. But yeah, he was messing with them animals. Yes, he was. Messing with them animals.
You saw animals.
Them animals. Them animals.
You was. Oh my goodness. I don't know. But yeah, that's why I didn't put it up there because who gives a damn? Joe Budden is trying to find traffic for his podcast, and more power to him.
Yeah. Don't let him reach.
Right. So I really don't care what the hell Joe Budden got to say. But we got a few minutes left. I was gonna show y'all the painting that I've done.
I was say, what's going on?
The paintings that I've done. Because I was looking around, so I'm trying to see. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all the paintings that I've done. Hold on. Let me grab them.
You could have just took the phone over there. What is?
Yeah, they over there.
You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? Hold on, y'all.
Right.
One of them is up. No, when did you do that one? That's pretty. Thank you for being a friend.
Oh, that's
right. Back again. Dogs are welcome. Oh, that's cute. R.I.P. Sterling. A little tribute to Sterling. That's cute.
Yeah, because he died. My mama killed him.
Your mom did stop. Your mom did not kill Sterling.
Well, what is it on the Parker show? Mama killed him. Mama killed him. T-Bone. Mama killed him. Mama killed him. Uncle T-Bone. I'm trying to. Girl, hear me out. Pinch this. Thank you. There we go.
Did you get it?
Yeah, pinch this one too.
You want it right there?
Yeah. Okay. Ooh. T-Bone. Mama killed him. Mama killed him. Uncle T-Bone. But yeah, so I did a couple of paintings. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Go ahead and show it. Yeah, the reveal. Look at that. I did a Phoenix because I got the Phoenix tattoo. I've been obsessed with Phoenixes lately.
This is really nice. I like this one.
Right?
I like all of them.
My sister was like, "You traced that. You didn't do that." And I was like, "Girl, yes, I did. I did do that."
Who said that, Misty?
No, Shanina.
Oh, yeah.
Nina was like, "You traced it. You didn't do that." And then this one is this is my special one. My abstract one.
Oh, that makes me think of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Girl, enlighten me.
Cause he had a wall that he was dancing in front of. And it also gives me In Living Color vibes. You remember when they was at the beginning of Living Color and they was throwing the paint?
Oh, shut up! And that's what I did on this one.
Yeah, I like it.
This one.
You can't see with the hair. Let me tilt it.
Oh, okay.
Because the light was giving it a nasty.
This one, and then you can touch it, and it's all bumpy.
It's 3D, y'all.
Right.
It's 3D. It's an interactive painting. So
Right.
you can touch it, and you get that energy, and then you can watch it.
Right.
Visual.
This one is called.
Nice.
This one is called My 20s.
Okay, I can see that.
This one, how? You tell me.
Chaotic.
Yes!
Colorful.
Yes!
Yeah. I would call it. I'm glad you gave it a name because I would call it Mind Your Damn Business. Don't worry about what I'm doing. But I like my 20s.
Yeah.
I like that. Y'all
Oh,
see it?
my
Y'all
goodness.
see it, YouTube?
Right.
It's really pretty.
I call it my 20s because this is a complete replica of my 20s. It was a hot ass mess.
Yeah.
A lot was going on.
But it was actually beautiful at the same time.
Yes, it didn't make me into who I am today. So yeah, this is what I call my 20s. And then the way that I did it, I was listening to well, not listening to, I was singing "Make Me Over" by Tina Turner.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Make me over, make me nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
That was the inspiration.
Yeah, that's what I was listening to, and then I took every paint color that I had and was just like,
Yeah. Okay.
didn't even think about it. It was like,
Well, see, I see my 30s. Even better.
right. It might be neater in this one.
Might be a
I-
little bit more structure.
Right. My sister was like, "Oh, you need to sell your artwork." I was like, "Girl, no, this is to decorate my house with."
Yeah, yes.
Right.
And y'all, we would like to see
Oh, and then this one. Let's see if I can reach it.
we could bring it.
Okay, there we go.
Check it out.
I got it. This is my Golden Girls one.
A homage.
A homage. Thank you for being a friend. I sent this to a friend. I sent a picture to her. She was like, "Oh, is that for me?" I was like, "Girl, no, this is for my house."
Oh, she
No.
thought she was gonna get this?
Yeah.
No, girl.
No,
just
yeah.
Look at it.
Right, yeah. Just to look pretty. That's all that is. And then I don't think I showed y'all this one.
Yeah, we definitely didn't see that one or the one with Sterling.
Oh, okay.
Sterling.
I'm gonna show that one. This one is my flower. I like that one.
I like the flowers.
This was an abstract one too, because I was just like, I just do whatever.
Mhm. I like flowers. I love flowers. Anybody that know me know I love flowers and plants.
I'm gonna do another one. What's the other one you said you did?
The sky
Oh, this one?
or the night sky. Yeah.
This one right here?
Mhm.
Ooh.
The
There we go.
yeah.
This is another one that I did.
We need to go
was-
to that art show. We need to go to Van Gogh.
What art show?
It's called Van Gogh. It's going on.
Oh,
right
I think I know what you're talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah, I did that one with some this one. Yeah, this one is. I was just doing whatever
Mhm.
too. I was trying to go for something, and then it was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna. Cause I called because I messed up, and then I ended up doing that.
Mhm.
And then what was the this one?
Dogs are welcome. Dogs.
Right. It was dogs are welcome, people are tolerated. And then a little homage to my dog Sterling that my mama killed.
Stop saying your mama killed Sterling.
She did.
She did not kill Sterling.
I left him in her care, and yet he ain't living no more. So,
Sterling got sick.
oh yeah, due to my brother.
Leave your mama alone.
So I did that one, see the big ass dog print. And then, his name. I thought about getting another dog. I want a vicious dog.
You get a vicious dog, we ain't gonna be doing Pick a Struggle from here.
I do. I want a scary dog. What was
I mean, if it just looks scary, that's one thing. But to actually be scary and trying to bite people,
I want a dog that's bigger than Jazz.
I can deal with that. But long as that motherfucker ain't really out here, he's biting and stuff. Because we're gonna be doing Pick a Struggle in the back of your car. You're gonna set that camera up on the seat thing. Take that seat thing. How y'all doing? Welcome back to Pick a Struggle. That's what we gonna be doing. But y'all, please.
Right, that's what I've been doing.
Please,
Jazz
man.
right here.
Y'all, please go to the website
Right.
and check it out. Leave your comments on the articles. Put your letters on there. You know, if you have any, you know, things you want us to talk about, because we really do like the Pick a Struggle letters, and I know a couple of our viewers like Pick a Struggle letters too.
We haven't been doing them lately. I want to say it's because of the topics that's been happening.
It's been some juicy stuff going on.
Yeah.
So we got some
You know what? Next week we're gonna say it right now. Next week we're gonna dedicate the episode to Pick a Struggle letters. We're gonna get to it.
So get on there. I shared the website on my personal page. We're gonna share it from the Pick a Struggle page.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna share it from my Instagram, and we're on Instagram too, y'all. Y'all know that,
Right. And then we'll post our stories there too. But we are done. We will see y'all later. Let me how do I okay, there we go. Oh, no, not that. Lord Jesus. I'm still trying to get used to this. We will see y'all next week. Next Sunday. Sundays at 4. That's how it's gonna be from now on.
Yes.
Or what we back to what we used to do. And we'll talk to y'all later.
Like we used to do.
Right.
Pass the peas like we used to do.
Pass the peas like we used to do.
We'll be back on Sundays like we used to do.
You got such a lovely voice, Pam. But I couldn't hear you over the sound. She said I couldn't hear you over the sound. Somebody scratching the damn cat.
Bye, y'all. We love y'all.
Right, bye. Oh my goodness.
It won't last. Look.
That's because I already did my 10,000 steps.
Oh, what did I do?
It won't last. Look.
That's because I already did my 10,000 steps today.
Told you so.
Screw you, Sam. I'm going home.
Today's segment is pretty much talking about pick a struggle.
You pick a struggle.
You have to pick a struggle.
That pick a struggle, bruh.
You need to pick the goddamn struggle.
You have more than 2 struggles. If you have 3, then that's it. It is over.